Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to One Season Wonder with Shakhtar. So things have been going quite well. Don't want to jinx things, but we're doing okay. We've got Liverpool in the group stage of the Champions League, so I'll be able to show you the rest of the group as well on that. But let's jump in and take a look at how things have gone so far. So as you saw last episode, we did get the win to win our first trophy with Shakhtar. It didn't start so well in the league in the second game, with us going 1-0 down, but we did react very, very well with us creating a comeback of centuries with a 5-1 win in the end. Maicon getting the first for us, Maliashev getting another one just after half time, and then from there we were able to power on through with Matvienko coming forward, and this one Maliashev having the shot. It did fall to Konoplyanka, who was able to tuck that one away to make it 3, and then we got our fourth as well, with this one coming from a deep ball, a clearance from their defence with Konoplyanka being put through, and he got his second of the game. And finally we did get a fifth later on in the 75th minute. A throw in from Dodo was initially thought to be dealt with, but Tete did well to keep it on. Solomon played it across to Marcos. It did come back to Solomon. Keeper had a mare, and it was 5-1. We did then have a lovely 2-0 win against Ruck Lever. It was 2-0. A good goal to start with, and a great header to make it 2 in the 70th minute. We did have a slight hiccup against Vorskla, with us ending up drawing 3-3. They took the lead in the first 8 minutes, which created them a 1-0 head start. We did retaliate with a penalty, Maliashev scoring from the spot. It was then later on where they did end up getting a second of the game. It was a very much a back and forth game, with one team going ahead and the other bringing it back level. A ball through to Thiel, who volleys home. A lovely finish just after half time. We did react in the 60th minute though, with Bondar playing it out wide to Dodo, who was able to play it back to Marcos, whose first time ball over to Marlos, who finished with a lovely little dink over the keeper. And we then got a third, which I thought might have just finished things off for us. Lovely. Konoplyanka playing it back to Marcos, who was able to play it into Marlos, who volleyed home. But unfortunately, it was only a couple of minutes later where they were able to level things off for the end of the game. A little 1-2 in the middle, a ball through to Thiel, who was able to finish once again to level things at 3-3. We then took on Dynamo Kiev in the league. It was a surprise, to be honest. I thought they'd come out and want revenge for the cup loss, but it was even easier. A 3-0 win. 4 minutes in, Maliashev scores a great long-range effort. And then not long after that, we got a second with Marcos coming forward into Maicon, who played it out to Kolienko, who fires it across the goalkeeper. I think it might have been going wide, but we'll take that. Keeper kind of pushed it in his own net. And then we got a third with Maliashev scoring a penalty. We then had a 0-0 draw with Zoya. The only thing that happened was a goal disallowed in the game. But ultimately, it was a very, very boring game and nothing really to mention otherwise. Dnipro 1 was up next, and it was a comfortable 2-0, I should say. Not easy, but very comfortable. A ball headed through by Koeman to Tyson, and it was 1-0. And then 5 minutes from full time, a ball came across. Tyson was able to lay it back to Alan Patrick, who did end up shooting. And again, dodgy keepers benefiting us. Our first game in the Champions League group stage was up next. We took on Ghent away from home. We did get the 1-0 win. Tyson with the efforts inside the box, and that's how it ended. A comfortable win in the league again against Lviv this time, 2-0. Maliashev scoring from the penalty spot initially, and then Marlos rounded things off with a nice free kick to make it 2-0 in the first half. We did end up losing our second game in the Champions League group stage, 2-0 to Marseille. They ran us a little ragged at times, and Milik was put through to make it 1-0 in the 40th minute, and it didn't stop there with them getting a second in the second half. Dalvan on this right hand side got the 1-2, and it was played back to Sakai, who fired it across for Ncham to make it 2-0. Ingolets Petrov was the next game in the league, and it ended 0-0. No highlights to mention. It was very, very dull game, apart from us absolutely battering them constantly, and it just ended 0-0. We then did very well to get a 1-1 draw with Liverpool in the league, in the Champions League, with them going ahead through Diogo Jota, but a super sub made at half-time meant we were able to come back. On this right-hand side, the ball was played into the box by Dodo, having beat his man, and Fernando was able to head home to get us the point in the group. Menage was our next competition in the league, and it was a comfortable 3-0 win. In the first 2 minutes of the game, the ball was played over the top for Marlos to fire it home with a nice half volley, having chested it down from there. We then got another one, a free kick, this time Marlos becoming deliverer for Tete to head home. A lovely header as well. And then Maicon with a free kick to make things 3. We then matched that again with a 3-0 victory. Maliashev scoring from the spot in the first 3 minutes, very similar to last time. 2 minutes later, again, we got another goal. Maliashev becoming provider for Maicon to come through and slide it home to that left side of the goalkeeper. It did take us a little longer to get our third, but just before half time, Dodo drove forward with the ball, was able to pop it through to Marlos. A slight defender error gave him the opportunity, and he made it 3. So there we have it then. That is where we're at. We've had a very, very good start to the season in the league, especially going unbeaten and only losing 1 game so far in the whole season against Marseille in the Champions League group stage. So we are taking on Liverpool today, who obviously do top our Champions League group currently, and we are sitting in 3rd place just behind Marseille. Hopefully we can get through there. If we get any point from today's game, it puts us in great stead to do so. There is one transfer I want to show you that has been made, and that's Florinal Koeman for 4 million from FCSB, I should say. The winger, he's Romanian, 5 caps Romania, so a bit of experience. He's only 22 years old, but I just felt like having an extra player who can play kind of on the left-hand side and almost anywhere across the middle as well would be just good to have. There wasn't really anyone available that I felt would really help us, so I just wanted to spend a bit of money, bring someone in who could maybe do some bits. He hasn't performed amazingly well, but it happens. It's fine. So this is the lineup we will be going for. We've been playing the 4-3-3 with a non-striker for a while, and it's been working pretty well. I think this is kind of the lineup we'll go for. I don't think we'll need to change anything round at all. Pyatov has got a broken lower leg, so that didn't help things. So Anatoly Trubin has come in goal. He's done very well. He's only 19, but he's, to be fair, probably would have taken over for Pyatov next season anyway. So if we were playing this longer term. But yeah, that's probably how we're going to start off with things. We've got Dodo at right back, Bondar and Christov at the centre half, who's been brilliant. Kornienko is going to play at left wing back. Marcos Antonio, Maliashev and Maicon, who've been brilliant in the midfield, will be there. Tete, Tyson and Marlos will be up top. Marlos playing that shadow striker role. And then we've obviously got plenty of players on the bench to bring on if necessary. So let's jump into this game, see how we can get on, and if we can keep this run of form going, and hopefully the Champions League, if we can get, like I say, if we can get a point today against Liverpool, who are by far and away better than us in this, it will certainly help us to get out of the group, that's for sure, and do better than they did in real life, that Shakhtar. Anyway, yeah, so let's get into the game. So they're coming forward early on. It's not a great sign, but Tyson does well to clear, but with no one up front, that is always going to be an issue. If we do just look to clear things and not take our time, it can cause issues with them coming straight back at us. And as they do, Alexander-Arnold fires the ball across, but it is cleared, so it is away again, and we can kind of reset. We're looking to get a bit of pressure on Fabinho, trying not to let him have too much time on the ball. But there's Henderson. Plays it back to Fabinho again, who does look longer this time. Firmino looks to win the header, but he wins it, but it falls straight to Marlos, who's managed to nick that off of Naby Keita, I think it was. A good tackle by Virgil van Dijk to win that, but it's laid straight to Tete, who tries to play it back to Dodo and absolutely makes a mess of it, and now Firmino's coming forward. It's end-to-end stuff in the first 6 minutes. I mean, if this is how it's going to be the whole game, we might be in trouble, especially if they do that every time. A shot from Firmino, saved by Trubin, it then just falls to Wijnaldum, who's already on the floor diving for it before even Firmino's had a shot. And that makes it 1-0 in 6 minutes. It doesn't look like it's going to go very well. I'm not even sure how that's gone in when he's anticipated the fact that it's going to bounce straight to him, but it's fine. And we're looking to break now from a corner of Liverpool's. Tete has managed to burst forward, and he's run almost a full length of the pitch. I mean, I don't even know what that was. He kind of volleyed it, even though it was on the ground initially. I have no idea. A lunge in there, and Diogo Jota's got away from the midfielder, and he's coming forward now. Fires at goal. Trubin does well to save his near post. You'd probably expect that, but he needed to make the save, and he does, keeping it 1-0. They do have a corner straight from that, though, and Robertson's going to look to bring that into the box. Fabinho goes for it, but it's cleared by Maliashev, and now they're back at it again with Diogo Jota. We are getting run at a lot, but we're making some chances, which I'm happy with. If we can just take one, that'd be great. It's a long ball by Henderson up to Firmino. He's got it looks like Mane maybe in the box. He finds Mane, and it's a ricochet off the defender, but it does go past the keeper, making it 2-0. It's only just gone the half an hour mark, and I don't know really what to do. We might have to change formations. We've got a corner, though. Can we make something of this? Marcos whips it in. It's cleared easily by Virgil, but Marlos does get on the end of that. Is he going to shoot? He plays it through to Tete with a lovely pass. Is that onside? Oh, it looks like it's offside. It's a great pass through and a good finish, but it did look quite comfortably offside, so it's not surprising that they've given that. A long ball by Alisson Becker. Looks out wide to Mane. It is won by Tete, but Virgil's going to mop that up quite comfortably. Back to Alisson Becker, who is going to look long forward. Diogo Jota, who looks like he's carrying an injury, is able to get that win. Plays it down to Bobby, who found Wijnaldum, who's now drifting wide. Plays it out to Alexander-Arnold, who's got so much space and time to pick what he wants to do. Back to Henderson, back to Arnold, back to Henderson again, who does look to cross it. It's blocked, but Alexander-Arnold's got loads of room. Plays it back to Henderson again. I mean, an awful kind of touch clearance thing by Marcos Antonio, and it's fallen to them. We got away with one there, with the keeper being on board there. I don't even know if we won that header, but it somehow went straight back out to him. But it's half time. Okay, right. Let's see what we can do then. Okay, so we have changed things up a little bit. We've gone to a more kind of natural 4-3-3. Junior Moraes has come on as a deep lying forward, and we've also brought on Alan Patrick on in the midfield as well, just to give us some more legs in there to hopefully make something happen. I don't know quite what, but they've brought on Shaqiri, and he is coming forward. 60 minutes gone. It's a good challenge by Christoph, and then Marcos is able to get onto that again, but Wijnaldum kept hold of it, and Mane was able to get played through. A shot saved by Trubin, which is good to see. If we can, I mean, now I'm just hoping we can keep the goal difference down. I don't want us to concede too many, because if we do, it can really put a detriment to our kind of performances going forward in the Champions League group stage. But we've got the ball now. Marcos Antonio into Dodo, then to Marlos, who's going to, I'm sure, look for a pass again. There it is, Marcos Antonio out wide to Dodo, who's going to look to take on his man. He does very, very well there. Shoots, but it's straight at Alisson, who's able to deal with that very, very comfortably. I mean, if all you have to do is look at the XG, it's been absolutely dominant. With 10 minutes to go, is there really anything we can do at this point? Probably not much. I'll pop Marcos Antonio up there. Conor Plianka can play just in behind Junior Moraes, and we'll kind of just leave it at that. Pop him on attacking and see if we can get anything out of the game. Not likely with only 5 minutes to go now, but it's worth a try. Conor Plianka coming on the field. We've got a chance at the end of the game. Probably not enough time to get two, but it would be nice to get a goal. why not? Marcus Antonio managed to drift past the player. Marlos shoots, and it's just wide of the post. Maybe that sums up our day. We've done a couple of nice things, but nothing really to give us that edge and that opportunity to really get ahead in the game. A long ball cleared by Alisson. Kornienka gets onto it, into Tyson, lays it off to Alan Patrick, who plays through to Konoplyanka, and the ref blows his whistle. So 2-0 at Anfield at full time. A game that could have gone one of two ways, and it definitely went the way most people expected. 2-0. Am I happy with that? Maybe. I'm not happy with it, but it's okay. I wasn't expecting us to win. Getting a 2-0 loss against them isn't too bad. But we'll jump back with you next time, tomorrow, with a few more games, highlights, and a game at the end as well. Not much else to update you on. We've been doing okay in the league. We've been doing very well in the league, unbeaten all season. So hopefully we can keep that going, and this doesn't put a halt to that. Got Desna up next. Hopefully that'll be fine. But hope you did enjoy. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you next time.